stock. So time to reveal the stock of mine, Wall Street bet stuff. I'm just crying. I am literally just crying. Hey all, it's me, Choiboy, and welcome to another video. It's my first portfolio update for 2021. Hope you've been all good and tuning into my live streams. I am trying my best to do them every fortnight. When I have time, I'll probably do them every week or so as well. We'll see. It's quite flexible, so we'll see where that goes. There's some major changes to my portfolio, and as I've always been talking about, I've been always rambling about, oh, I'm gonna make my portfolio like high risk, high reward kind of stuff. I will show you what high risk, high reward stuff is, and I've been slightly consumed by WSB subreddit recently because all my colleagues are on it, and I was thinking, am I really happy with these 10-20% per year returns when I could be making like folds? It's all about timing. It's all about how much risk you're willing to take and how much you want it to go up before you sell it off and stuff like that. So you need to have a clear exit plan on these kind of high risk, high reward kind of things, or you play out the long term, assuming that the stock has long term potential. Before we get into the portfolio update, please note the disclaimer: this is not financial advice. Anything I talk about is not a signal for you to buy them. Please, especially this time, I am going a bit ballsy on the portfolio. I've completely restructured. You can see I still have Plexia and Virgin Galactic, but I have sold everything else. I was just like, you know, I had a few restructures over the past months, and this is my final, right? I don't know if I'll be adding more companies. I've decided not to diversify out too much because I started to go to like 6-7 companies. Then I was like, what am I really doing? Like, I should just buy a couple of the ones I really believe in and just hold them for the medium long term. So that was my kind of game plan, and I decided to go with a bit more risky, controversial stocks. So here I have one more company that you've never seen before in my portfolio. It's just gonna be me doing dumb things, but research based, just a bit ballsy. But let's get straight into it. So the portfolio is 17.851.94. So this number did increase since my last portfolio update. That's probably because I infused more money into it, but I'm currently down. I kind of lost a lot of my profits I made in the past year or so, and we'll get straight into that. You can see I'm on $3.2 thousand at 21% returns. That's also diluted because I added more money. I roughly added 5k more, and also the stock I bought, which you can't see right now here, it went down. So I'm down like 20% on that. I put quite a lot of money into it, so you'll see that soon. So this is my profit so far. It's still in the green, but yeah, it's eaten into my profits a bit. So that's that. I've infused quite a lot, and at the peak, before the stock actually pumped before it came down to where it is now. It's kind of related to the recent, you know, GameStop, AMC, all those kind of things like Robinhood. It's like one of those meme stocks, but not so meme compared to like AMC or like especially GameStop. That's been like global news, global, you know, alerts. Yeah, people are confused and they're like, oh, market manipulation, and everyone's going crazy on the internet over GameStop, right? So it's one of those, but less on the meme side out of those. Okay, so it did see some light, and I did see like 23k at most, and yeah, it's gone now. So it's back down to like 18k, but I think it will go up in the medium to long term. I am planning to just at least hold it, maybe add a bit more later, but we'll get into that as well. So right now, yeah, still profits, but it's been eaten in due to this new stock. So time to reveal the stock of mine, Wall Street bet stuff. Dun-dun. Oh, wrong one. Oh, BlackBerry. So first things first, I'll get to BlackBerry at the end. Plexure, you know, it hasn't been doing much at all since the SPP and stuff like that. Nothing much to talk about here. It's had a good year last year and now it's just consolidating. So Plexure will probably not see that much price action until they announce something new. Other than that, it's quite the same old. I'm just holding on to it because it's my own company. Virgin Galactic is something I added more money to compared to my December portfolio update. I believe I would have shown you guys when I bought it around here. You guys would have seen it. I've bought a bunch more back in January, so early January here, and I sold some at the top because it peaked a lot, and at current market cap, I don't really know why it just doubled out of nowhere. There is a lot of potential on this stock, because the potential revenue on this company is actually really good, and if it does reach the revenue of what they are expecting in the next coming years, then they could definitely justify a 10 billion, even like a couple of $10 billion market cap. So at the moment it's all speculative, but I added more money, but I took out some because it was slightly, you know, going a bit crazy, and I think a bit of Wall Street bets was influencing the price as well. So at 10 billion, it's okay. It's not generating that much revenue, so it's all speculation, but I'm not comfortable holding more than a K in this company for now. So I've took out, and it's currently sitting at 977 USD total in my portfolio. And finally, it is all what you've been waiting for. It's Wall Street Bets. I was averaging out the price by buying lower every time, but my average buy-in price is still around $18, which is not that low compared to where it is now. It's like around 14-15 bucks right now, and potentially it can drop a bit lower. It really depends on the influence of Wall Street Bets. It's heavily talked about in those subreddit forums. But yeah, I have 6.4k in it, but I lost 2k USD on it right now, so you can see it's a negative 24.66%. so it's not doing so great. But I've bought this company not for the hype, not for short-term gains, but more for the medium to long term. So I'm not expecting this to blow out yet, which potentially it still can, because who knows what
Wall Street Bets
can do, but we'll see where that goes. But I've been buying, you know, lower and lower and lower, and I didn't actually buy at these prices. It's just that closing price was at like around 14 bucks for the past 3 days, and I've bought around like, you know, 18 bucks or so. That's my average buy-in price, and my total investment in here was like around 8.5k USD, which comes to like 11k New Zealand dollars. Currently down a bit at 25% simple return, negative obviously. I'm just crying. I am literally just crying. See, I made 2k at one point, then it just died. You can see I've just been buying the entire time. You know, like the platforms, like we had some massive things around GameStop, AMC, BB, and Nokia for some reason as well. Like a lot of these crazy meme stocks just mooning. Wall Street Bets versus, you know, Wall Street, I guess. It's retail investors, like average investors like us, versus hedge funds, like who are shorting GameStop, which all of you might have seen on the news recently. It's been big issue, and you know, they're just having a go at each other. I'm not gonna buy AMC or GameStop. I don't think so. I'm not comfortable kind of joining in those kind of hype, because there's so much market manipulation in there. I'm not comfortable chucking my money into that, and it will probably stress me out. I try to be a bit more responsible with my money rather than gambling it through. Even me buying BlackBerry right now is quite a gamble, but it's an educational kind of guess, I guess, a prediction or so. I researched quite a lot about the company. So BlackBerry, we have things like QNX with Amazon partnership. Baidu partnership is using QNX for the autonomous kind of electric vehicle kind of market. So it's like an OS system, just in general, like collecting like sensor data and all those kind of stuff. BB is making this really nice OS for it. That itself could be really big in the coming years, looking at the trend right now, which people are speculating on. But also we got things like BlackBerry is not a cell phone company anymore. Okay, I don't think people realize it's kind of sold out its patents to Huawei, you know, the cell phone ones that they don't really need anymore because they're not making cell phones. Well, even if they are in the future, that's not their main focus, right? They became a security company, and security company is really undervalued at the moment. Okay, Microsoft is a big player in security as well. Security is something that's really important as big data becomes more of a trend globally as well. A lot of these companies are relying on data to make further decisions and make AI products and machine learning products and stuff like that. Security comes more into play because a lot of these data is also playing around with our personal information and sensitive data, which if it's leaked, then it can just cause a lot of havoc, legal issues as well. So security is really important on the internet, and that's what it's trying to solve here. And I think it does have a really good story to tell in the next maybe 2 to 5 years is what I'm looking at. It potentially can be moved up a lot by wallstreetbets and these subreddits, but I have some fundamental reasonings to buying this much BlackBerry. So it's my biggest holdings at the moment. So I'm roughly holding around 10k of BlackBerry in total in New Zealand dollars. Okay, so that's my story around BlackBerry. So yeah, this was the portfolio update today. You guys might have been quite surprised of how much I changed and how much I sold to kind of get it to where it is right now. It was a rough 1 month, and it was a really interesting past week as well, looking at all these kind of Robinhood and GameStop and stuff like that, wallstreetbets. Just one advice to everyone: high risk, high reward does not mean guaranteed rewards. Okay, it's called high risk for a reason. And if you're gambling your entire life savings into these high risk, high reward meme stocks specifically, you shouldn't be asking yourself for too much. You're not supposed to be thinking you're guaranteed to make profit here. It's not like that, and whatever goes up really fast comes down really fast as well. We need organically sustainable price growth in these stocks. You know, sure, that might not always be the case, but at least have some fundamental reasonings to buying a stock rather than kind of memeing into it. Like, sure, you can try meme like a couple of hundred, maybe like 1,000 or 2 into these stocks like GameStop, AMC, but putting so much of your net worth into these meme stocks, you're not really asking for any good here. So I just wanted everyone to know it's not a life-changing event for everyone. There are going to be winners in these things, but there are also a lot of losers. Sadly, going to be more losers than winners, okay? Because when people FOMO in, when people come in after looking at GameStop going like 300-400, it might already be too late. You just don't know what's going to happen with these stocks that just 10x in the past week or so. You know, it's so dangerous. I don't think people realize that they're just blindly following the trend, and the people who join at the end, which is probably the majority of the people, join at the end of the hype and they see the stock go down. That's quite common. I'm not trying to scare you away from GameStop or AMC, but I'm just telling you to have another thought when you're buying these stocks and know what you're risking and invest in these ones for what you can lose. Don't put your life savings in there. It's not the smartest thing to do, especially now in the middle of the hype and all the controversy. So that's my tip to you guys. Sorry for the long rant today, but hope you enjoyed. If you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you thought, subscribe to the channel, put the bell notification on for my next updates and live streams, and I will catch you another time. I've hit 1,000 subscribers, so I'll be making a video on that as well. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you around.